Okay, we have comments from visitors. Anyone that wants to address the council, please come forward and give us your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes. We have I see a young man in the audience tonight. Would you come forward and tell us your name and a little bit about you?
I'm Duncan Spence. I'm here for merit badge for Boy Scouts, citizenship, and the community. So, just seeing any issues for Fulton and addressing the person in charge of taking care of that tonight. So.
Well, that's excellent. I know we've had a lot of people in here getting their merit badge, and I want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have an amendment to the agenda tonight. Do you want to tell us what it is?
Yeah, absolutely. We do need to amend tonight's agenda to remove item 13C. It's a first reading of an ordinance for a plat. After speaking with Daryl Dunlap this afternoon, there is some additional information that the contractor and engineer needs to assess, so we just need to remove that this evening, and it'll be brought back at a future meeting.
Motion to remove bill number 1749 from tonight's agenda.
Second.
Very good. Do we have any questions, first of all? And I think it's pretty straightforward. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Very good, thank you. Okay, we had no comments from visitors. We'll move on to the approval of the consent agenda, and that was the council minutes from March 25th and April 14th, and the Callaway Crop Hunger Walk, which we do every year on October the 12th. Does anybody have any questions about either one of those? Or want to pull one of them off? Do we have a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Very good, thank you. All in favor of approving the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Very good. Now we'll have the March DOA report.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to just highlight a few quick things. So March was a really busy month for all of our departments with different infrastructure projects and planning for upcoming projects. But we also want to highlight the Fulton Founders Day organization and a celebration that's going to be coming up August 1st. So details are still being kind of fleshed out right now. We'll have some more information coming your way. But Mayor Myers a few meetings ago mentioned that it's the 200th celebration of the founding of Fulton. So the city of Fulton's really involved in the planning of that event and celebration. So I'm excited to bring some of that information your way in the next few meetings. And then I believe we talked about the IMGA conference the last time that we met. And again, that's always just a great opportunity for members of our utility board and our mayor and Daryl and myself and Sam to be able to network with other utility leaders and to also just learn some more about the market and trends. So with that, if you guys have any questions about the DOA report, staff is here and they are happy to address those.
I have a few. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Washington.
No, go ahead.
Nope, first.
No, I just want to, Courtney, it's been brought to my attention. They appreciate on the Director of Administration report that people know that we receive it, but they would like to know the highlights and what you just gave. And we appreciate that. They would like to hear a little bit more of that in the future. No, thank you.
I have a few, mostly they're questions. So on page 2, under building and grounds, under security, we have wired the electrical portion of the new fire alarm panels in the utility and municipal buildings. Aren't those fairly new buildings? What's going on there? I mean, is it this building and one of the buildings over in the new warehouse complex?
Sam Schultz, Assistant Director of Administration. So we did have those, so the municipal building They did not have the fire panel in there, so we did go ahead and get that going. There were other buildings that had those. I'm not quite sure, why or why not.
Okay,
But we did go ahead and add those just to enhance that safety.
okay,
and
thank you.
get that
So
going.
it was something we didn't have before, okay.
Yep, it was something that wasn't there previously, but we decided, we do need to add that in there. Typically, there's not a lot of people in and out of that building. It's mostly storage, but still just as a safety precaution, we went ahead and put those in there as well.
Great idea, thank
Yep.
you.
Absolutely.
Under city clerk on page 3 and 4, I just want to note all these business licenses. That's great to see. I mean, a lot of contractors and a few food trucks and things like that. So there's one that's piqued my interest that I'm gonna have to check into, the Simpson Strong Tie, if that's what I think. Are those the ones that make construction ties and stuff like that? So where's that located? Do you know off the top of your head?
I'd be happy to give you some more information on that one after the meeting.
Okay. So, I'm kind of excited because it's a manufacturing job. The next question I have is for Mr. Dunlap, under utilities. I think it's page 8 and 9, because we have a picture of looks like a backhoe digging a ditch.
Yes. That's out at Harvest and Walker, the old brick plant where the big rotary kiln is. We're installing new gas main for their location, for their expansion.
Okay, great. Let's see, I think. Yeah, then on page 12, Mr. Dunlap, we've got 3, I don't know what SSO stands for, but we had 3 reports to the DNR. Do we expect any fines out of any of that, or?
No, don't expect any fines, and that's sanitary sewer overflows.
Thank you.
So it's anything that was a blockage and released out the manhole lid or anything like that, or into a basement, anytime the sewer leaves the system that it's supposed to stay in.
Okay,
And then those are reported to DNR.
so it's just a routine report?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Thank you. And then I want to point out that we sent a 4-man crew to Rolla following the tornado.
Yes, sir.
And again, thank you for their service for that. They have any incidents there?
No, everything went fine.
Great. Thank you. And that's
Do
all
we
I
have any further questions?
That's all I have. Thank you.
I have a comment. I just wanted to say that this monthly report is getting better every time I see it. The people are becoming better engaged, they're working better as a team, and it's becoming very easy to read and enjoyable to read. Thank you for all their work.
Okay, do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the monthly report.
Second?
Very good, thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye?
Opposed? Very good. We'll now have the March financial statement.
Dustin Doherty, CFO, City of Fulton. City of Fulton's recorded 2 months of sales tax in 2025. Collections are down 2.4% from last year. Use tax is up 42.3%.
What was that for, Dustin?
The use tax, 42.3%. Sorry. 42.3. Yeah, good question. Do you have any questions on the financial report?
If I may.
Sure.
So, on page 2, the South Business 54 TIF TDD,
Mm-hmm.
how much longer do we have on those? I'm probably ask you this about once a year, and I don't.
Boy, I think it's coming up here. I can't recall off the top of my head.
I believe it's 2028.
Is that right?
3 more years, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, under sewer expenditures, we got a non-operating, it's, okay, it's under expenses, but it's in parentheses, so is it like a
I believe that
90,000?
I believe that was probably an adjustment, probably for,
Okay.
I know we had our audit this last week, so I think it was probably an adjustment between fiscal years, I believe.
Okay.
I can do some research on that, though, and get back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And on page 2, I'm sorry, jump back under the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Year-to-date net revenue stands at, is that a negative 39,000, so we're behind? Is that what that means?
Are we on what page are we on, 4? Or 5?
Page 2, under golf course, second sentence.
Oh,
Or
gotcha.
second line. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, I just,
No, it's,
He's on your notes. That's where he's
Yeah, on
referencing.
the
yeah,
notes.
so it's part of that's just seasonality of the golf course, so,
but that is a negative number.
yep, that is
Okay,
correct.
thank you.
I
Mhm.
feel like we ask this question each year, and it's typically chemicals right now, right?
Yeah, and I think this year they may have bought more than typical for the whole year, I think, at the front end, so.
That's okay, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. I
Mhm.
just,
Yeah, the chemicals have skyrocketed.
And I think they
Right.
also bought some merchandise for the pro shop, I think. Yeah.
Now's the time to start running.
Yep.
absolutely. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
thank you for indulging me, I appreciate
no.
your answers.
No, no problem.
Okay, having no other questions, do I have a motion?
So moved?
All in favor,
I'll
please say
second.
aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We have no unfinished business. Under new business, I think you've all had a chance to read this, some of the dates that we are going to eliminate for the next, till the end of the year. Does anybody have any questions on that?
I move for approval of the, there's one council meeting for September on Tuesday, September 9th, to move the, one that would occur on Veterans Day to November 18th, and only have one meeting in December on the 16th.
I second that.
Was there any discussion on that motion? His motion was to approve what was proposed on your agenda this evening.
Yeah, I was looking at it myself.
I just want to state what they were.
And just for everyone's awareness, Courtney, if there was an urgent matter, we can always call it an emergency session, correct?
Can you see him again?
Thank you.
Anybody else have any comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye?
Opposed? Thank you. Next, we'll move on to council concerns. Councilman Combs, do you have anything?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Tonight, the Plan and Zoning Commission has not yet met. So in terms of concerns, I'm just going to bring up one that I continually bring up kind of, is just sidewalks. In the winter, it's the snow, but right now it seems there's more and more cars parking on sidewalks or blocking sidewalks. I know specifically in a couple subdivisions where they're parked on there to where kids have to go around them to actually get to the bus and stuff like that. So I think it's important that we keep on track of that. Outside of that, the high school had their prom downtown on Saturday. Yep. And I really appreciated the officers being there and all their work and engaging with the kids and being there, just keeping them safe. So that's it for tonight.
Okay. Thank you. Councilwoman Hanson, do you have anything tonight?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I would just like to say that I have had a great first few weeks of being a council person, and I really appreciate the welcome that's happening, and I'm looking forward to more.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Hanchey?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Okay, so we had a Public Safety Commission meeting this last Thursday, and we went through quite a few things, and I think we're working to improve safety in our city. The next meeting will be May 22nd at 2025. Also, I received some notifications from individuals that they felt the storm sirens were down. I contacted the EOC. They were down just for a short time. They are now back up and running and functional. I want to remind people that the city does not handle the sirens. It's actually a county, Callaway County run with the EOC. And I would also like to remind people to take time to put on the Smart 911 app on their phone. It works really well. If any storms come out or anything like that, it notifies you immediately. It works very well. I've had it for quite a while, and it's faster than anything else. I also want to bring up tonight we are going to be voting on Bill 1748. I'm very happy to be voting on this. This will allow people to have chickens in their yards if they're less than an acre. So of recorded land, it will allow them to have up to 6 chickens if you're less than an acre. I want to thank the animal control officer and the city clerk for putting this together. They do an amazing job of putting together these resolutions and bills. In fact, I want to just do a shout out to all the city clerk, the department heads, the city workers. They all work together. There's a lot of background research, information that goes into making a resolution and making an ordinance. And I just am very appreciative for our city staff because they do an amazing job at keeping us and keeping our laws together. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Luther?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Just a reminder, kind of going along with the sidewalk concern is, again, the crosswalks. Just a reminder for the citizens that, again, when you push the button and the lights start flashing, make sure you're looking at the driver's eyes. They may not stop just because lights are flashing. And again, just asking for support to look for those people that don't stop. Maybe we need to pull them over and let them know, hey, what's the laws of crosswalks, and start reinforcing that to keep our children safe. And then on our roundabout downtown, right down here on the hill, I did speak with the artist that was involved with the roundabout in Jeff City. He's got some amazing ideas and visions for what we could do with that roundabout down there, which I'd love to speak with you, Mr. Mayor, and you, Courtney, as far as maybe some future ideas. Whether or not he has the opportunity to do so, I think the roundabout in Jeff City took about 2 years of work from his home to build that sculpture, but definitely some amazing ideas and opportunities with that roundabout that we could look at doing in the future. So that's all I got.
Thank you. Councilwoman Nelson?
Look at me not going last tonight.
I was kind of thrown off too.
There was a public utility board meeting. First, I want to say thank you to our team for the cleanup. Spring cleanup was a huge success. I just confirmed the tons of trash picked up, and it was 109 tons. So that's really exciting. So that was very successful. I also just want to say thank you because those workers put so much time and effort into that. They get up early, they stay late, and I didn't see a single piece of trash that was left over. So thank you to our staff and our team for being so efficient and respectful when it comes to all of that, as well as our citizens and residents. The Route O substation is fully functional and up and running. And then we also have our new turbine in, and it's working. So that's great. So we're able to generate our own power when it's necessary. I do have a couple of concerns tonight. I received an email regarding some drainage issues on Circle Drive. I haven't fully got to read this email yet. I just saw that I had it. But if we could possibly look into that. I do have some information, Courtney, that I'll pass on to you. But some drainage issues for Circle Drive. And I want to second the 911 app. I also got several phone calls about the sirens being down, and I'm glad that you noted that it's the county. But I do have to say that the 911 app is a great thing. So I really appreciate the county working with everybody on that. And I think that's all I have tonight.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Reclus?
Yes, welcome everyone tonight. I am on the Public Safety Commission board also, and we're dealing with, there's a lot of good people on that board, and I want to thank them very much. We're dealing with the safety of parking, not parking in the wrong spots, parking on the street. So we're dealing with that. We're trying to look at areas of town where they're causing problems with kids walking to school or whatever, and we're dealing with that, which is very important, the safety of our children and of us. But I think that's all I have tonight. I just want to remind everybody that we are working on some things to make it safer to live in our fine city. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Washington?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The park board, I wasn't able to attend. Did we have a meeting? Yes, I missed that. And if Charlene, if you can give us just a brief update, appreciate it. I wasn't able to attend.
Charlene McArter, Parks Superintendent. So we had our last park board meeting on April the 17th, and we discussed Wall of Legends at the Recplex. We took a tour of the new cardio equipment at the upstairs level of the Recplex, and then we took a tour of Tanglewood. So that's kind of the things that we covered during the meeting.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And also, I want to, it was brought to my attention, some people that were having their houses demolition taken down. They were concerned about the cleanup. It just didn't appear to be to their satisfaction. And I don't know if there's is it before we sign off on every job, it's a question I'm asking, Courtney. Do we evaluate, do we go and make sure that the person that was awarded this, that is to the city's satisfaction?
Yeah, so
there's a lot of people that, there's a person who had theirs, and they just really wasn't pleased at the cleanup, so.
okay. So we do have inspectors that are on site that inspect during the process and then after the process before it's closed out and before those invoices are paid. So I would say if you could share that information with me after the meeting, I'll definitely make sure that our Planning and Protective Services staff knows so they can deal with that situation directly.
Okay, they said they said that the person that was that normally is on there been out sick and they didn't know who was doing that and things like that. But there was somebody that, well, some of the job sites that I know that I have observed and gone through in the Fourth Ward, I realized that it seemed it could be a little bit better. I know I wouldn't write off something that I think that you still got a lot of rocks and stuff and it's not fully covered with dirt. So that's what I was concerned about. And I went and checked some of those places. So something that we need to look at, I believe. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. All right, we move on. Councilman West is last but not least, certainly.
When you have a name like West, you're used to being close to the end, so. I did know somebody with his last name started with ZW, so he was always last. Anyway, the Human Rights Commission has not met since our last council meeting. I do want to address our Boy Scout that's here tonight, Mr. Duncan Spence. He's here with his parents. And Mr. Hinchy mentioned amendment we're making to the limitation of livestock and fowl so people are allowed to have some hens in their backyards. So Mr. Hinchy and I had someone reach out to us via email about this several months ago. So we set the wheels in motion with the city administration, and then we had two homeschool families attend the meeting about a month ago, March 25th, and bring up the same subject. So we do react when people approach us about items to the best of our ability. So that's government in action. I wanted to pass on to you. So other than that, I have no other comments.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll move on to resolutions. Councilman Henchy, would you read Resolution 3579?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
The Missouri Blue Shield Program?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Resolution number 3579, Missouri Blue Shield Program. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Fulton, Missouri, expressing its commitment to public safety and to reducing violent crime through the participation of the State of Missouri Blue Shield Program. I make a motion to adopt resolution number 3579 at this council meeting.
Very well. Do we have any comments, questions?
I believe this is a very important program that was introduced by Governor Kehoe, and I really support it.
Major, did you want to comment on it at all?
Dal Hedges, Deputy Chief of Police. I don't have a whole lot of information about it, but from what I've read, it is definitely a legit program that Governor Kehoe's put forward. Hopefully in the future it's going to allow for grant programs and other support that they can give to law enforcement. All the times that I've met Governor Kehoe, he's very public safety oriented, and I think that's kind of what this program he's developed is going towards.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Now we'll move on to ordinances. Councilwoman Nelson, do you want to read bill number 1747, Code Amendment, Open Meetings and Records?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Bill number 1747, Code Amendment, Open Meetings and Records. An ordinance of the City of Fulton, Missouri, repealing Chapter 2, Article 7 of the Fulton City Code related to open meetings and records as originally enacted by ordinance number 1512-19 and adopting new provisions in lieu thereof. I make a motion we pass bill number 1747 for second reading at the next regularly scheduled council meeting.
Second?
Very well. Do we have any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor of moving Bill 1747 on to the next meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. Now we'll move on to Bill 1748. Councilman Henchy, would you read that? And that'll be the code amendment limitations on livestock and fowl.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'm very happy to read this bill, and I would like to also request that Mike has Mr. West has the ability to second it. Bill number 1748, Code Amendment Limitation on Livestock and Fowl. An ordinance of the City of Fulton, Missouri, amending Chapter 14, Article 1, Limitations on Livestock and Fowl in the Fulton City Code, and enacting a new legislation in lieu thereof. I make a motion to place bill number 1748 for second reading at the next regularly scheduled council meeting.
Second. Discussion?
Yes, I have a question, just because I know I'll be asked. Can a homeowners association covenants override anything here?
No.
HOAs, illegally, you have to follow your HOA and your neighborhood.
If they say you can have chickens, you can. If it says you can't have livestock or anything, then no.
Actually, Missouri passed a law last year that says HOAs can't do that anymore.
That's correct.
That's what I thought.
Does that cover political signs too? But I know they won't.
Wow,
HOAs
we're
prohibit that, too.
really getting a lot of things covered right now. So what I would like to do is get a clarification from City Councilor Riley on that, because you are absolutely correct, Councilman Combs. There was some state legislation that opened up those regulations, even in the terms of homeowners associations. So before the next meeting, we will have something in writing for you to clarify it, certainly for those of you that represent wards that have subdivisions as well.
Great,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Good question.
Yeah, good.
Nice. I'm so pumped about that.
Also, I'd like to clarify a few, some of the additional wording here. So it says up to 6 chickens, no matter the lot size. Then it's 10 chickens per acre, not up to 10 chickens. So, for instance, I have more than 1 acre and I have more than 10 chickens.
That's correct. And it
So-
also specifies hens only, no roosters.
Right, the rooster
So,
And it's per tract of land. So if, for instance, you have 2 people who have a duplex and they have 1 tract, then each one can have 3 chickens, or they can work together and have 6 chickens.
very well put together, thank you.
All right, any further comment? Seeing none, all in favor of moving Bill 1748 on to second reading at the next meeting? And we'll clarify that. All, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's what C is what we eliminated, right? Okay, we'll move on to announcements. The next city council meeting will be held Tuesday, April the 13th, or May the 13th at 7 p.m. A work session will begin at 6:30. We do have a need for an executive session tonight.
We enter executive session
Second.
To clarify, that would be to discuss personnel.
to discuss personnel, thank you.
All in favor of going into executive session, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, and then
Very well.
Madam Clerk will have to take a roll call vote on that one.
Yeah.
That's right.
Miss Hanson,
Yes.
Mr. Henchy,
Yes.
Mr. Luther,
Yes.
Miss Nelson,
Yes.
Miss Reclue,
Yes.
Mr. Washington,
Yes.
Mr. West,
Yes.
Mr. Combs.
Yes.
8 affirmative.